What it do, YouTube? We back with another video. JBX tune in and we in soon, man. Hold up. Today we got Avengers Kang Dynasty teaser Council of Kangs breakdown. Basically, I was gonna talk about Kang, basically the new villain that's gonna be in the Avengers movie from now on. And yes, I know I got the bonnet. If y'all see the bonnet, this is Jay with the bonnet Jay in the building. Don't even ask questions why I got it on. Like, I got it on for a reason. I don't want to hear it. But we got this. I'm just checking out if my camera's good. But we got a little breakdown by Emergency Awesome. You know, the dude always breaks it down, and he gonna talk about the teasers. The Easter eggs as usual, and like what's, you know, little bits and pieces of breakdown what's gonna happen in the movie and shit. So let's tune in. Let me know if y'all liking the webcam. Like, it's iffy to me. I don't know if I like it so much. The webcam is 50-50 though on me. I don't know. It's iffy.
Welcome back, everyone. It's Charlie. This is gonna.
And let me know if y'all in the comment section if it's in the way and shit. Let me know. I'll start to move it around and shit. Just let me know.
Be my Council of Kangs video for Avengers 5, Kang Dynasty, Secret Wars, Loki Season 2, and Ant-Man the Wasp Quantumania. There's so much stuff to talk about, so many teasers and Easter eggs for what's happening next. The next place the Council of Kangs, the Kang variants, will appear is in Loki Season 2. Of course, I'll be doing episode videos for that, just like Loki Season 1. Be sure to subscribe to get those. Marvel's Secret Invasion series with Nick Fury will come before that. That's also connected to the overarching Marvel Phase 5 plot, but it's less connected specifically to the Council of Kangs and what's happening on Loki Season 2 and Avengers Kang Dynasty. I'll do separate Secret Invasion videos when we get more footage for that. Careful for spoilers for Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania if you haven't seen it yet, but at the end of the movie, Ant-Man and the Wasp seemingly, quote-unquote, seemingly ambiguous message that...
I'm sorry, I'm skipping that. I ain't not see the movie.
Kang will return, so return is meant to reference both him and all of his variants on the Council of Kangs. Like, every Kang will return. They're going to appear in a bunch of different Marvel movies and Disney Plus series heading up to Kang Dynasty, but for the most part, the culmination of that will be in Kang Dynasty, because He Who Remains calls them the Dynasty of Kangs. In the first post-credit scene, Immortus, Scarlet Centurion, and Rama Tut discuss the aftermath of Kang the Conqueror's disappearance, quote-unquote. They begin plotting to kill the Avengers, other superheroes from other universes who have been able to touch the multiverse because they think they threaten their dynasty of Kangs. They're just referring to characters who either know how to cross into other universes like Doctor Strange, or have started messing with the multiverse in a bigger way like Scarlet Witch. Also, Scarlet Witch, character that people thought might have died, but she's definitely not dead. She's definitely coming back. It's a Marvel movie, it's a comic book.
Yo, I hate how Marvel don't make their characters dark enough, bro. She was wildin' in that movie, bro. Like, real shit, she was bugging in the movie. And niggas not gonna, like, show blood? Like, come on. She was bugging. Like, I expected her to be on some demon time.
Movie, if you don't see the
more
body,
than what she was in Wanda, like, you know what I'm saying? The Multiverse of Madness, when she made Black Bolt's head, you should have seen blood flying. Like,
they're probably not dead. But basically, they're telling you in this first post-credit scene that it's going to be the new Avengers team versus the Council of Kangs in Avengers Kang Dynasty. There are thousands of Kangs on the Council. It's meant to be every single variant. Like Immortus says, I called all of us, every single Kang that's alive in the multiverse. The other really thing that got me excited in that first post-credit scene with the Council of Kangs was the Doctor Doom variant of Kang. And that's just a version of Kang that's pretending to be Doctor Doom in present day. Everybody waiting to see what Doctor Doom is going to look like the first time we see him in the MCU. It just sounds like one of the upcoming Marvel Disney Plus series or movies will see him, but it'll really be Kang just pretending to be him. The Council does exist in the comics. The whole first post-credit scene is designed to look exactly like the comic book panel. They even end on the face of that super messed up Kang, just like in the comic. It's meant to be kind of like the Council of Reeds, just a bunch of them from the multiverse who band together to pool their resources and power to control the multiverse. It's just that the Council of Kangs is a little bit more like the Council of Ricks. In fact, the Council of Ricks was originally based on the Council of Reeds. So if you see people making a bunch of Rick and Morty references to the Council of Kangs, it's actually fairly accurate. It's just that the Council of Kangs in the comics came a long time before Rick and Morty ever became a thing. What they show the council in the post-credit scene is pretty accurate to the comics. There's always a handful of the most powerful versions of Kang who rule the council. In the MCU, there was an Easter egg for this during Loki Season 1. When Loki and Sylvie enter He Who Remains Citadel at the end of time, there are 4 statues of the Timekeepers. One of them is broken. When this episode aired, Marvel said, wait, we'll explain this later. We can't talk about it now, but it's a big thing. Cut to now, based on what Kang told Janet Van Dyne about his backstory with the Council of Kangs, the broken statue is meant to represent him, and it was broken after he was exiled. The 4 statues are meant to represent these 3 Kangs in the exiled one, the Kang the Conqueror variant that we saw in Ant-Man and the Wasp. The funny thing about this too is if you think about it, this is the first timeline that we were talking about because He Who Remains dies and everything plays out again. The Council of Kangs comes back, Kang the Conqueror gets exiled to the quantum realm again. The funny thing about this is that you actually wonder about the actual timeline, how this works, because He Who Remains would have had to create that after he killed the rest of the Council of Kangs. Kang the Conqueror actually references this. It sounds more complicated than it actually is. So in the original timeline, you have a bunch of different universes, you have Kangs rise up at all of them. This Kang the Conqueror travels to the end of time and sees the end of all reality, like the collapse of all reality, basically the events of Avengers, Kang Dynasty, and Secret Wars. He develops a very Thanos-like plan for balancing the multiverse, like saving the multiverse by destroying a bunch of dangerous timelines. So he gets exiled from the council because they think he's too dangerous, just like Thanos got exiled from Titan for wanting to kill half of the population randomly to save the planet. Normally you'd think the Council of Kangs wouldn't care about erasing timelines because they mess with time so much. As Kang the Conqueror says, they're the ones, we broke time, all the variants of me broke time. But Jonathan Majors also just confirmed something really huge. He confirmed in the MCU Kang is meant to be another Nexus being like Scarlet Witch. The Marvel movie people have changed what this means in the movies. In the movies, it's meant to mean that you exist in every single reality. So in every reality, there's a Wanda. In every reality, there's a Kang. So when Kang the Conqueror comes up with this plan to erase all the dangerous timelines that could theoretically save the multiverse, it means that he'll be killing a bunch of Kangs who are on the council. They don't want that. Like, no, we're not going to let you kill us. So the council gangs up and is able to sabotage his time multiverse. It means plan to erase all the dangerous reality. There's a Kang. So when Kang the Conqueror comes up with this plan to erase all the dangerous timelines that could theoretically save the multiverse, it means that he'll be killing a bunch of Kangs who are on the council. They don't want that. Like, no, we're not going to let you kill us. So the council gangs up and is able to sabotage his time ship and his technology and strand him in the quantum realm, outside of time and space. That's basically when the events of the movie pick up. And if you're still confused about where He Who Remains fits into all this, like when did he win the Kang Multiverse War, that was the first version of events. Essentially, when Kang the Conqueror came up with his plan to get rid of the dangerous timelines, that's when he started the Kang Multiverse War. Like, that erupted. They ganged up on him, then exiled him, but then He Who Remains eventually went on to win the Kang Multiverse War and basically did the same thing. Like, he got rid of all of the other Kang variants so that only his timeline remained.
Once I isolated our timeline, all I have to do is manage the flow of time and prevent any further branches. Hence, the TVA.
He lived for millions of years and just got really bored of it, and that's why he wanted Sylvie and Loki to either take over for him, Willy Wonka style, or kill him. That's why we call He Who Remains the Willy Wonka version of Kang. Because the plot of Loki Season 1 basically winds up being the plot of the Willy Wonka movie.
Who can I trust to run the factory when I leave and take care of the Oompa Loompas for me?
When he dies, the multiverse is freed, all the other Kangs rise up again, the Council of Kang forms again, and there you go. Here's where we get to Avengers, Kang Dynasty, and Secret Wars. What Immortus, Scarlet Centurion, and Ramatut mean when they say they're certain that he's dead. They're talking about the exiled one, Kang the Conqueror. What Marvel seems like they're teasing is that the Council no longer thinks that he's a threat, so they just completely forget about him and focus on the Avengers and the other characters from the multiverse that are starting to mess with the multiverse. There's been a long time rumor that Avengers 5 Kang Dynasty, since we know we're getting Secret Wars, the Avengers are going to take a huge L during that, and they'll separate the movies with a big cliffhanger, kind of like the snap in Infinity War, and then they'll pick up in Secret Wars on Battleworld. So there'll be some God Emperor Doom or Beyonder type of character to surface at the end of Kang Dynasty and collapse the rest of the multiverse and create Battleworld. With characters from all the different surviving pieces of universes like Fox Marvel characters, Wolverine, X-Men, Fox Fantastic Four, Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, Spider-Man, so on and so forth.
Yo, they gonna have to make this movie a little bloody, bro. Because if Deadpool 3 is coming out, right? and Marvel and Disney owns Marvel, right? There's no way you gonna make Deadpool 3 PG-13. As they said, they're not making it. It's gonna be rated R. So I'm thinking, if they're doing that, bro, and Wolverine's gonna be in Secret Wars and etc., and characters are gonna be in this movie, niggas is gonna be dying. I better see some, like, it can't be no kitty. Understand Disney owns Marvel, but bro, DC been showing that they've been dark. They've been showing a little bit more graphic shit. Like, come on, Marvel. I expect to be seeing a lot of wicked shit.
Fighting to stop whoever that main villain winds up being in Secret Wars, rumored to be another Kang variant. And if this Kang said that he's obsessed with destroying the Council of Kangs, like he wanted to do that before he started going around erasing other timelines. Early theory is that something happens to him while he's inside this multiverse drive. Like when he gets sucked into there, something happens to him, he gains way more power, and then resurfaces at the end of Kang Dynasty to kill the Council of Kangs. Like the Avengers aren't powerful enough to stop them, but this other Kang who returns is. And he winds up being some sort of amalgam version of God Emperor Doom in the 1980s Secret Wars version of the Beyonder. He then collapses the rest of the multiverse, creates Battleworld, and they spend that movie with Multiverse Avengers trying to stop him and recreate the multiverse. There were a lot of people after the movie that were like, no way Ant-Man would ever be able to kill Kang the Conqueror. What if they're correct and he did not kill Kang the Conqueror? He's still alive. Right now, the rumor is that in Avengers 5 Kang Dynasty, Tom Holland signed some mega deal to come back and do more Spider-Man movies, and as part of that, he's going to be one of, if not the main character in Avengers 5 Kang Dynasty.
I'm not sure I understand it all myself, but here's what I know. There's this intergalactic entity named the Beyonder, and he wants to see who would win in a battle of good against evil.
We'll also meet a version of the new Avengers team in Captain America 4, or at least learn who's going to be on the team. In Avengers 5 will mostly be about that group of characters from the MCU versus the Council of Kangs, the Dynasty of Kangs. And Secret Wars is supposed to be more of a swan song for Hugh Jackman's Wolverine, the Fox X-Men, the legacy characters like Patrick Stewart, Magneto, Fox Fantastic Four, Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, Spider-Man, all those older versions of the characters from the older movies. Their team of multiverse Avengers defeats whoever this new Kang variant winds up being, and then they rebuild the multiverse. Kind of like the ending of the more modern version of Secret Wars, where just like Infinity War and Avengers Endgame, bunch of people wind up dying and then they bring them all back at the end of the last movie. The other rumor is that they're also going to use Marvel Phase 7 as a start of a big X-Men phase, and when they fix everything at the end of Secret Wars, they're going to fix things with just a few minor changes like, oh, by the way, a bunch of X-Men mutants popping up now because of the way we fix things. I'm expecting them to roll real hard on X-Men in Marvel Phase 7 and beyond. I also think there might be some real-world contractual issues that's causing that to happen too, like the reason why they're waiting so long to do hardcore X-Men stuff. But since Avengers Kang Dynasty isn't coming till spring 2025, Loki Season 2, in a little while, is the next place we're going to see the Council of Kangs, other Kang variants. That's what that second post-credit scene is all about, teasing Loki Season 2 with Loki and Mobius going after the Victor Timely variant of Kang back in the 1800s. During Season 2, they'll be continuing to do stuff like that. They'll go on regular missions trying to stop Nexus events with big Marvel Easter egg characters, but also trying to figure out what's going on with the Council of Kangs. Remember, we'll see a bunch of these different variants in upcoming movies and Disney Plus series. Let me know in the comments, upcoming series that you know about in Marvel Phase 5, which variants do you want to see pop up in those? Even though I'm not expecting to see Doctor Doom in the new Fantastic Four movie, it would be crazy if they tease Doctor Doom, but it winds up being the Kang variant of Doctor Doom. We're going to get a bunch of Secret Invasion trailers really soon. I'll do more videos for that as soon as we do. The Mandalorian Season 3 episodes also coming next. Of course, Ant-Man. Everyone stay safe.
Yeah, it's a lot of shit. I ain't gonna lie, I'm excited to see this movie, to be honest. I don't know. We're expecting a lot from Marvel in these coming years, for sure. I just hope they deliver and they just don't fuck up anything else. Like, y'all finally got the race to X-Men. Don't fuck it up. Like, let's show the X-Men what they're really about. Feel me? Don't sell. Just don't sell. But now let me know what y'all think of that video. What y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know in the comment section below what y'all think. I'm gonna see y'all next time.
I fight on these bitch and this bitch. I had to go up in my list. No, I don't take no pics. No, I can't stay for a lick. I'm flexing this all on my wrist. I'm making these little niggas sick. Water, that's all on my hand. broke and she live on my fist. I gotta get bitch that